So I talk a lot about how your journey to getting to your best looking body is going to look different to how you think it should look, especially if you are skinny fat and you don't really have a lot of weight to lose. So this video, I want to share some numbers of my own journey, not so you can compare, but just to give you a bit more of an insight into what I mean by your journey looking different to how you think it should. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jodie and I help you change your beliefs so you can change your body, your health, and your life. So I was looking at some of my measurements this week and how they have changed over the past 2 years, and that inspired me to actually share them and talk about them in this video because I think it's pretty interesting to see some of the numbers in my own journey. Now, my journey did not start 2 years ago. I have been working on my body for much longer. I think I got my first coach in 2016, and honestly, that changed everything for me. I started off skinny fat, and for the first 2 years or so of my journey, I was going through the body recomposition process. And then I went overseas for a while and ended up having a bit of a break because I just wanted to enjoy being overseas. And then I got back and I was doing my own thing for a while, following a structured program still, but kind of not taking it seriously. And I had some fears around, I knew I needed to eat more food, even though I was already eating 2100 calories at the time. I knew I needed to eat more, and that would allow me to continue progressing. And so that is kind of why I got my second coach. A process I've undergone with my second coach since August 2020. It started off with recomposition actually, which I was surprised by because I thought I didn't have any more recomp potential left, but I did. Even if you are a coach, even if you're working with another coach, you really don't know how your body is going to respond until you actually test it. Anyway, I did end up recomping for a couple of months, and then I went into my first proper bulk. Then I discovered I had a gut issue, so we stopped the bulk kind of early because it's a lot on the digestive system if you are trying to heal a gut issue as well as eat 3000 calories. So I started a cut, and then I reversed back up, went through another bulk, and then went through another cut, and here we are now. Even though the process I've gone through may not relate to you right now because maybe you are going through the body recomposition process, I still think there's a lot of lessons that you can take from it by looking at some of the numbers, and maybe it will help you learn to let go of what the numbers should look like, especially in terms of gaining weight, measurements going up, and all of that. Getting to your goal body is probably going to take more than one process as well. So you might start recomping, but then eventually you are going to get to a stage where you are going to have to go through a bulk and a cut yourself to continue making the progress and the changes you want to see in your body. So body transformation not only takes time, it's going to take different processes to get to the end goal as well. You're not going to be able to get there directly unless your goal is just weight loss. Then obviously if your metabolism is healthy and you're eating a decent amount of food, cutting calories, losing weight, you can get there directly. But usually if you're skinny fat, it's going to take a bit more than that. So I'm going to share my pictures here and also the main numbers I want you to pay attention to, but then I'm also going to talk about some of the data I've got here as well. So in the first picture, that was September 2020, I was 59 kilograms and my waist was 76. But the month before, in August 2020, when I actually started taking this data, I was 58 kilograms and my waist was actually 77 centimeters. So I remember then what we did was we increased my calories and my waist went down and my weight went up. So see how the numbers don't always work how you think they're going to. Eating more food doesn't necessarily make you fat. It depends how you are training. I was doing nothing special with my training. I was training how I train now. I was following a structured program, getting stronger in that program, using mostly compound lifts. I think that's one of the biggest things I want you to take away from this. Just because you eat more food doesn't mean you're going to get fat, doesn't mean your measurements are going to go up. It really depends on where you're at, but also training is such a big key to this. All right, so the next thing you will see, when I was 59 kilograms in September 2020, my waist was 76 centimeters. I am 59 kilograms again now, and my waist is 71 centimeters. I've lost 5 centimeters from my waist, even though the scale hasn't changed. But if you just saw those numbers or you just saw those pictures side by side, you miss out on seeing so much of the process that I've been through to get there. And what I mean by that is I've had to see the scale go up. I've had to see my measurements go up, but it's all for the greater good of getting to an even better outcome than I thought possible. And that is partly why I love this journey myself, right? Like, once you achieve one thing, you realize you can achieve so much more. And so it's not something I'm ready to quit yet. That is why I still have a coach. I am still working on improving my body because I know I can get an even better result in the future if I keep working towards it. And I got a really good result I was happy with after my first year with my first coach, just doing body recomposition. But you can be happy with your result and still realize there's more and keep going to get even better. And the longer you keep at this, the better your result is going to be. And a lot of those people that you are probably inspired by, that you see online, they have been working on themselves for years to get the result that they have now. Don't forget that if you are just starting out, if you are only a year into your journey, if you're only 2 years into your journey, don't compare yourself to someone like me that is, how long have I been at this now? Since I was 29, so almost 6 years. For reference, at the end of my second bulk, so I would call that the proper one since I had healed my gut issue and I didn't have to worry about that, so I could keep pushing calories up. I was weighing almost 64 kilograms and my waist went up to 79 centimeters. And what's funny as well, I was looking at all my data, I was actually talking to a client about this. I don't have any data as in my waist measurement for my second big bulk. I was taking my body weight, I was taking photos, but I was really focused on how I was feeling. And so long as I was not feeling fat, I was willing to keep eating and keep going. And I feel like maybe if I had seen my measurements going up, that might have got to my head a little bit. And there was definitely days where I did feel fat and I was bloated and feeling blah and all of that. But as long as my clothes fit me still, I could get back out of my head and keep going. You have to be willing to let go of the numbers a little bit and understand that for them to come down, they might have to go up. You really have to trust the process and kind of know what you're doing, I guess, because it really does help to understand the data. So I hope this video has kind of helped you do that a little bit, or just understand that numbers aren't everything and you can be working towards your best body, even though there will be parts of the process where you might not feel like you're in your best body. That is all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. If you liked it, please like it. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. And if that's the case, I will see you in the next video.